looking to connect a region of over 600 million bridges between our lands.
Velasco delivering to you the latest news in and around the ASEAN region. And now to the news. Thailand's Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha, who seized power in a military coup in 2014, has thanked the country's lawmakers for voting to have him continue in the job. The now retired general completed his transition to a civilian leader Wednesday when Parliament chose him as Prime Minister of the new government. As the leader of the junta and government for the past 5 years, Prayut scrapped the constitution and restricted civil liberties with limits on media, political gatherings, and public dissent. What began as a strategy to suppress resistance to the coup evolved into a means to weaken opponents before much delayed elections. Finally held in March, the voting was conducted under campaign and vote counting rules weighted to Prayut's advantage, including allowing him to become prime minister without directly running for political office. Thailand's former top military officer was unused to being questioned and frequently threw tantrums when pressed by the media as prime minister. He once threatened reporters with execution in a moment that displayed his quixotic sense of humor rather than the real intent.
I think he now will be in a very different patch. He is a kind of a strongman mold, but now he has to be more accountable, more scrutinized. So we can expect him to lose some temper. We can expect him to be flustered, frustrated. But the big question is whether the coalition government will hold. Well, with such a slim majority, I think they will have a very hard time. The pro-government coalitions, they are not as solid and cohesive as the opposition bloc.
After seizing power on May 22, 2014, Prayut declared that political reform, cleaning up a system he blamed for Thailand's instability, was the junta's priority. However, as his second term as prime minister became more likely, he made allies of the very politicians he had called targets of the junta's reforms and initiated government handouts that were once scorned as money politics. "17 people were missing after a cargo boat sank off eastern Indonesia," authorities said Wednesday, the latest maritime accident to hit the sprawling archipelago nation. The vessel overturned on Saturday afternoon with 18 people on board. It was sailing from Bitung on the northern tip of Sulawesi Island to Morowali, Rijiksi in the south, rescue officials said. One 35-year-old survivor was found by a passing vessel floating in a life jacket on Tuesday and was now receiving medical treatment, according to authorities. Search and rescue official Bazrano, who goes by one name, said 17 crew members were still being sought. A rescue vessel has been deployed. The 80-meter-long KM Lintas Timur, which was carrying cement, overturned in rough seas after its engine died, according to authorities. Marine accidents are common in Indonesia, an archipelago nation of more than 17,000 islands, where many use ferries and other boats to travel despite poor safety standards. Some 160 people died when an Indonesia ferry sunk into the depths of one of the world's deepest lakes on Sumatra Island last year. More than 300 people are estimated to have drowned in 2009 when a ferry sank between Sulawesi and Borneo.
Bahwa hari ini operasi SAR terhadap pencarian korban tenggelamnya KM Lintas Timur yang diduga tenggelam di perairan Maluku sudah dimulai kembali. KM Lintas Timur ini membawa kru 18 orang, kemudian satu orang atas nama Yakub sudah ditemukan dalam keadaan selamat.
The Random Manual Audit Committee of the Commission on Elections, or COMELEC, on Thursday reported a 99% accuracy rate using the automated election system, the highest ever recorded in the last 4 nationwide automated polls in the country. According to the committee's preliminary report, The results of the manual audit conducted on 711 out of the 715 clustered precincts from 246 legislative districts has an overall accuracy rate of 99.9953%. The poll body official has attributed the high accuracy rate to the improved process they have adopted. The committee noted that the 2019 RMA is higher than the 99.9747% in the 2013 midterm polls and the last two presidential polls with 99.9027% in 2016 and 99.5980% in 2010. It also revealed that the accuracy rate was at its highest in the senatorial votes with 99.9971%, followed by the votes for members of the House of Representatives with 99.9946% and votes for mayor with 99.9941%. As for the regions, the Zamboanga Peninsula and Caraga regions have registered 100% accuracy rate. The accuracy rate is computed out of the variances or the difference between the votes counted by the voting machines and the manual count. On the other hand, the other members of the committee are convinced that the vote counting machines or VCMs that were utilized in the recently concluded polls are accurate based on the audit they conducted. According to Legal Network for Truthful Elections Executive Director Rona Caritos, one issue that was addressed is the voter receipt allegedly showing different results. They didn't see any such case among the 711 ballot boxes that were audited. Section 29 of the poll automation law provides that there shall be a random manual audit in one precinct per congressional district randomly chosen by the Commission. The 2019 RMA, which was held at the Diamond Hotel in Manila, started on May 15 and ended on Wednesday. The RMA is a manual examination of the ballots to validate the count of the VCMs. Prosecutors on Thursday began the preliminary investigation of the complaints against 23 police officers implicated in the death of Richard Santillan, the aide of former Biliran Representative Glenn Chong. Assistant Prosecution Attorney Gina Yanga, a member of the panel of prosecutors handling the case, said none of the respondents appeared. Yanga said only the representatives from the legal department of the Philippine National Police were present, adding that they instead filed a motion for more time. The panel gave the respondents until June 17 to refute the charges. The National Bureau of Investigation last May 17 filed the complaints in connection with the death of Richard Santillan and his female companion Jessamine Casing in Barangay San Andres in Cainta, Rizal. In its complaint, the NBI named as respondents for obstruction of justice Calabarzon Police Regional Director Brig Gen Edward Carranza, Cainta Rizal Provincial Director Colonel Lou Evangelista, and Cainta Police Chief Lieutenant Colonel Pablito Naganag. 2 counts of murder and 1 count of planting of evidence were also filed against 7 officers from Cainta Police Station led by Lieutenant Sandro Ortega, 4 officers from the Provincial Office of the Philippine National Police Highway Patrol Group led by Captain John Russell Barnaca, and 10 operatives of Regional Special Operations Unit led by Major Sergeant Rene Eufrasio. Following the conduct of an investigation and forensic examination, the NBI concluded that the incident was not Rubu and not a shootout, contrary to the claim of the police officers. The complaint read, "The concerted acts of the above police officers before, during, and after the death of Santillan and Casing indubitably show causal relation, thus pointing to a joint purpose, a unity of action, and a community of interest to kill Santillan and Casing."
When visiting the Philippines, Manila or Quezon City is a popular destination. But oftentimes the hustle and bustle of the city can be more stressful on your vacation. So when you feel the need to reconnect to nature or relax again, there's a beautiful oasis just outside of the city called the Garden at Ciudad de Victoria. Some of the species that you can see here include hydrangea, snapdragon, and stargazers. They're truly beautiful. The gardens at Ciudad de Victoria are so peaceful, tranquil, and beautiful that it's become a haven for young couples and a very popular venue for engagement photos. The next time you want an escape from the big city, the garden at Ciudad de Victoria is a wonderful place to visit.
Welcome back. Jeff Welk, head of Amazon's consumer operations, unveils the newest design for its Prime Air fleet, which will start deliveries within months. He told the company's machine learning, automation, robotics, and space conference in Las Vegas that drones would play a role in ramping up efforts to shorten delivery times for many items to just 1 day for Amazon Prime members. Amazon offered no details about where or when the drone deliveries would be operational. Amazon said earlier this year it would speed up its free delivery for its Prime subscribers, currently 2 days for most items, to a single day, with North American customers to benefit. It said it would spend some $800 million in the current quarter in the effort to shorten delivery times. It is also hiring more drivers and offering employees an opportunity to launch their own delivery enterprise with a subsidy from Amazon. A Japanese fruit importing company is buying 100 metric tons of mangoes from the Philippines. Agriculture Secretary Emmanuel Manny Piñol, who is in Tokyo, Japan, said in his FB page that Diamond Star Agro Products Inc., which has been importing papayas, pineapple, mango, bananas, and even turnips exclusively from the Philippines, signified the intent to buy a huge volume of mangoes through Philippine agriculture attached to Japan Dr. Samuel Animas this week. He said Diamond Star officials are expected to join the launching of the Metro Mango marketing program on Monday, June 10 in Manila. The program was established specifically to help farmers unload their harvest following a season of overproduction due to ideal climate conditions. Piñol said he will arrange a meeting between the Japanese fruit importers who will be coming to the Philippines and mango farmers of Luzon. Mango production has increased this season with an estimated surplus harvest of 2 million kilograms. This was attributed to the El Niño phenomenon, which has positive effect to mango plantations. EBC Films' Happy Ang Buhay, the musical, wins the Indie Theme Song of the Year at the recent 35th PMPC Star Awards for Movies. MJ Rakajo for the details.
Hi, I'm Jerry Ricardo here reporting for Eagle News Live. We're currently right now at Newport Performing Arts Theater for 35th PMPC Star Awards for Movies.
Suspense, drama, action, comedy. Wait, it's the musical. EBC Films' Happy Ang Buhay, the musical, bagged Indie Theme Song of the Year for 35th PMPC Star Wars for Movies by Philippine Movie Press Club. In conjunction with 100 years celebration of Philippine cinema, this annual award-giving body recognizing outstanding films from independent to mainstream audience. A night to remember indeed, with a cast of Happy Ang Buhay, the musical, along with award-winning director Carly Cuevas, was ecstatic about the win.
I'm excited and I'm nervous also, and I am so proud with Mia Suarez and Dennis Garcia, and I would like to congratulate the team for the nomination for Best Indie Music of the Year.
Overwhelming po. Una, nagpapasalamat kami sa Panginoong Diyos dahil napansin ng mga ginawa nating proyekto sa EBC Films. Napakatagal namin pinrepare itong pelikulang ito. Hindi madali i-produce itong isang musical, knowing na lahat naman ng mga cast natin ay first time din gumawa ng isang musical. So, ang manominate pa lang sa isang ganitong award-giving body, isa ng award.
First of all, syempre nakakataba ng puso dahil nare-recognize yung gawa natin, gawang Pilipino. Nare-recognize tayo as gawang Pilipino na, hindi na lang siya gawang INC. But yun.
I'm super happy po, and I did not expect it, like what I've said po before. And super excited kami ngayon po sa event, and it will be a great experience for all of us po.
Isang karangalan na bilang manomine bilang dito sa 35 PMPC Award, manomine pa lang ma-recognize ay panalo na. Bonus na lang kung makukuha natin yung award. Hopefully, sana.
Nag-workshop kami. Nag-workshop for 3 months and then shoot yata 2 months yata yun. Okay naman. Sana nagustuhan ng mga
basically, we are all happy and flattered because of the nominations that we got. And then also, we are very thankful to our Lord God because they gave us this opportunity in order for us to showcase what we can do and offer to other people, aside from our, the Iglesia.
For EBC Films, we are very excited and very honored to be nominated for the 3 categories that you had mentioned. Our film, Happy Ang Buhay the Musical, has 3 nominations. 1 for Best Indie Theme Song. Our actress, Mia Suarez, or one of our actresses, Mia Suarez, is nominated for Best New Actress, and Dennis Garcia is nominated for Best New Actor. So we're very excited and honored for these nominations that the PMPC has given Happy Ang Buhay the Musical.
Live at 35th PMPC Star Wars for Movies, I am MJ Ricardo. I am always one with 25.
ASEAN Single Aviation Market, or ASEAN SAM, also known as ASEAN Open Sky Agreement Policy, is the region's major aviation policy. This is expected to fully liberalize air travel between member states in the ASEAN region, allowing ASEAN countries and airlines operating in the region to directly benefit from the growth in air travel around the world, and also freeing up tourism, trade, investment, and service flows between member states. Watch this.
ASEAN is one of the fastest growing aviation markets in the world. ASEAN air traffic, one of the busiest in the world, is projected to increase among ASEAN member states by 6.5% annually from 2013 to 2033. Recognizing that a well-integrated and sustainable air transportation network is imperative for the acceleration of ASEAN's economic development and market integration, the 13th ASEAN Summit endorsed the initiative of establishing an ASEAN Single Aviation Market, ASAM, by 2015 in support of the development of the ASEAN Economic Community, AEC. ASAM will contribute towards a more competitive and resilient ASEAN, as it will bring people closer together and facilitate the efficient, safe, and secure movement of goods, services, and capital closer together. In April 2016, ASEAN reached a significant milestone in its ongoing ASEAN community building process, with the realization of open skies for the ASEAN market through the full ratification of the ASEAN Open Skies Agreements. ASEAN has concluded and signed the protocol to implement the 10th package of commitments on air transport services under the ASEAN Framework of Services (AFAS) to further liberalize air transport ancillary services in the region. ASEAN is also reaching out to engage and work with ASEAN's dialogues partners to enhance air connectivity with the major market partners. The implementation of this measure has further strengthened collaboration with China, Japan, the Republic of Korea, the United States, and the European Union in many sectors of aviation, including economic components, aviation safety, aviation security, and air traffic management. ASEAN Air Traffic Management Master Plan, which provides an ASEAN framework for transition to the seamless ATM environment to meet future requirements, has been adopted, and implementation of ASEAN ATM Master Plan is ongoing. Mutual Recognition Arrangement on Flight Crew Licensing (MRA on FCL), covering the mutual recognition of approvals, certificates, and licenses related to flight crew licensing issued by an ASEAN member state civil aviation authority, has also been adopted, and implementing protocols are under progress. In line with post-2015 Vision for Transport Cooperation and Kuala Lumpur Transport Strategic Plan (KLTSP) as guided by ASEAN Transport Ministers, ASEAN put its best effort towards greater connectivity, efficiency, integration, safety, and sustainability of ASEAN air transport to strengthen ASEAN's competitiveness and foster regional inclusive growth and development.
And that is the latest news in the Southeast Asian nations. Stay updated about the ASEAN region. I'm Maricar Velasco and I am 1 with 25.